What's good, good people? We're back with some more ball talk. That's Dukes. I'm Jay here on Dukes the Scoop as well as the Primetime College Football. We appreciate y'all pulling up. Hit that like and subscribe button before you do anything else. Support both of the channels. We got some good topics to dive into today. We're going to talk about these Buffs prepping for Arizona State. Sun Devils, man, they 7-3. Looks like a challenge for them. We're going to look at the AD. AD George decided to step down. What does that mean for Colorado going forward and Coach Prime? And we'll wrap things up. College football playoffs and a coach might be looking at a job that will surprise you. Again, that's Dukes. I'm Jay. We appreciate y'all joining us. What's good, dog? Happy, what's this, Friday, Thursday night Friday? What's good?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Just glad to be here. Got a lot of ball. We got some catching up to do, right?
We do, man. We do, man. I've been traveling for work all week, and so it's been wild, and now I'm home, and we can talk some stuff, man. All right, first up, let's talk about the Buffs. They got Arizona State coming up. Juju will get another start. Looking at the availability report, man, it looks like things are getting favorable. Jordan Seaton as well as Larry Johnson look like they're probably going to play, so your two tackles that will be protecting Juju should be on the field, man. How you feel about the Buffs going into this one, man? I know it's been a challenging year, but what you thinking?
I think you have to finally figure out how to stop the quarterback power, quarterback read, quarterback rolling out to the right with the tight end and the flat, the short routes, the mesh routes with the quarterback in motion. Like those, if you can fix that, you'll win this game. I think you're going to have enough offense. I just don't know if you got enough defense. I think Julian's first home game will be one to remember. I think he'll be fine. You saw how he was going across the country, West Virginia, hostile territory. Even though the Mountaineers aren't the Mountaineers of old, people always get up to play Colorado, and they did as well. But he performed very admirably. So I think this week is the time for him to be at home in the confines of Folsom. So I think, yeah, he's going to be fine. But, man, quarterbacks and the run game with the mobile quarterback or a quarterback that is willing to rush has been giving Colorado fits since Haynes King all year long. And now you got Jeff Sims, former Georgia Tech quarterback, and Nebraska. He's been around. I was like, is that the same Jeff Sims?
Dude, I've been trying to figure out, you've been playing college football for like 15 years, it feels like, right?
Every year is one of those guys that's just like, dang, is that him again?
Like, dang, he's still in the game. Didn't realize he was still in the game. Look at that.
That's a grown man, literally and figuratively. So understanding that, you're going to have to put a hat on him and early and often, because if you don't, he will run through you as a quarterback. So I think this is the game that if Rob Livingston can figure this out finally this year, then I think Colorado gets a really, really big win for the program that shines some light as towards the trajectory of the program and to help you recruit. Got a big recruit on campus. Rodney Colson Jr. will be at the game. It would be lovely. He is actually probably the crown jewel of this recruiting class.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's one of the top prospects, and he's one that they need.
Man, you got to have that linebacker, right? I think he's a day one starter at Colorado. So it's a really, really important game. I think they could pull it out, but they got to stop the quarterback run.
That's 100%. And I mean, Sam Levitt is out. He's been out forever. So the expectation is kind of weird with him. It sounds like he's being shopped to potentially hit the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. Can't confirm nor deny, but the reports are flying around on that. His people are trying to deny it, but they didn't give a real denial. It was one of those, it wasn't a, no, I'm not doing that. It's that's not even what's happening right now. So we're not there yet is what you're telling me.
Right. On the way.
Kenny Dillon, exactly, it's on the way. So I guess the other question, too, with them is, do they have a distracted coach? All these jobs that are open, his name keeps popping up in there. Makes me curious to if there's a possibility he's going to bolt, So they got a lot of distractions there, but it's funny because I was looking at the, like I said, the injury report here, and the latest update on this bad boy, So of course, R.J. Johnson and DJ McKinney being out hurts, especially DJ McKinney. That's your best corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's a struggle. But it looks like Makari Vickers could be coming back, and again, like I said, Jordan Seaton as well as Larry Johnson are no longer on the out. Carter Stoudemire, that's a big deal. Big deal. Him and Montrez Walker. The question is, man, how the heck can the Buffs get healthy enough? It's like the injury bug just took them out this year.
Yeah, it's been one of those years where everything. What is it? Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
Everything that can go wrong will, or something like that.
Go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. It's and that's kind of how it's been in Colorado. Whether it's been Coach Prime with his health battle, whether it's been the quarterback play of having to rotate quarterbacks, not having your guy. I don't think you found your guy until West Virginia. So in game 10, you find your guy. That's not good for the health of a season, at least for sure. So I just think that it's just been one of those really star-crossed years. And one thing about it, I think in anything, especially football, things regress toward the mean. So when you have a season like this where everything goes bad, that means that you're setting yourself up for a better season next year, because it usually doesn't happen twice in a row with as much and as unlucky as you've been this year. So, but yeah, it's definitely something that you gotta at least you gotta consider, and you gotta think about. Say, man, this has been a really, really tough season in more than one way.
Yeah, exactly. And the question they have to ask themselves is, how do we avoid this ever happening again?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What did we do? Now, at the same time, Prime kind of pointed this out before too. Is everybody being truthful when it comes to this? Like, is everybody telling the truth about who's hurt and who's not? But I don't know. All I know is, bro, the struggle bus is hitting for Colorado when it comes to the injury report. So we're hoping that helps. Now, Prime talked about adversity and stuff this week on the presser, and he talked about how he's the dude that can handle it. He's the dude that can go through adversity, and you made a good point there. Dude was battling cancer before, this season, right? Like, right. Yeah, we thought this man was going to end up having to retire. So, kind of tells me, I think he knows what he's talking about when he say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess to me now, the Buffs need to go out there and actually fight for him.
Right,
it's probably the biggest thing
for sure.
So,
1,000%.
When you're looking at Juju out here with his next start, and it looks like he's getting his tackles, man, how you feeling about him going into this one? Because I'm looking at it, and if he can get the dudes that can protect him the most, and Larry as well as Jordan, I think he can go out there and kind of slice up this Arizona defense. Because I don't believe they're not bad. They're just not that great.
Yeah, Arizona State does a really good job of playing complementary football. They run the ball just enough. They pass it just enough. They got just enough defense. They blitz just enough. Everything is like the perfect concoction for them to play winning football without, I don't want to say they're doing it with smoke and mirrors, but you don't have the star power that you had last year in last year's playoff team with losing Levitt for the season and Cam Scatterbo playing for the New York Giants. So,
right.
I mean, they're still doing it. And it's something that you kind of wish Colorado could do, right, or had done this year, which is figure out how to get the most out of the least. So whatever Kenny Dillaham's message has been, the high-end talent, you got Jordan Tyson, who's been battling some injuries as well. But,
Tyson's been out for a bit. You got Raleek Brown coming over there has been pretty legit.
Raleek Brown, he's their leading rusher. I think he has a little bit over 800 yards, but hasn't had that big signature 150, 100. He just pounds away 69, 75, 84, 68. If you go look at his game log, you don't see that big explosive game. You see a guy who's going to carry the ball for 5 yards a pop. He's going to get the ball about 16 times, and he's going to give you about 80 yards. And it's going to be, and if I could turn around and hand the ball off and know I'm getting 5 every time, why would I stop?
No, yeah. Who's going to stop me? Like, let me go ahead and just continue to just pound away. Yeah,
nonstop. and that's what makes Arizona State really dangerous is the fact that they understand how to play complementary football, and they feed off each other on both sides of the ball. So, yeah, I think I think it's a really interesting challenge, and I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. I think this is a good measuring stick for Colorado in preparation going into next year. And Prime even talked about it. We're looking at all the staff members. We're also looking at what the players and evaluations and stuff. So shout out to our partners over there at Sleeper. If you haven't checked them out for Daily Fantasy Ball, of course you are missing out. Some of the best odds and options out there. And as you know, they partner with us for the channel. Use our promo code PRIMETIME. They're going to match your first deposit at 100% up to $100. Plus, if you don't want to do a deposit, they're going to give you $20 just for signing up. And so when you look at the options and picks, there's a lot of good things out there. They're in the NBA space, NFL space, or whatnot. So if we look at some of these NFL picks, of course, you got to come over here and you got to see what Cleveland's going to be in Las Vegas. And they've got some, of course, options. Shador at 157.5 yards is the more or less. We'll give them more. I think Ashton Genty's going to run. This defense for the Browns is really good, so we'll pick Geno to throw a pick as well. I think Shador and Judy will probably do well together. All you got to do is pick two or more players, pick more or less of stats. Give me Njoku touchdown. I think he'll hit his tight end. You can make these game days into payday. So use our promo code PRIMETIME. They'll match your deposit at 100% up to $100, plus give you $20 just for signing up. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Let's jump over and talk about the AD stepping down. Man, dog. When I saw that, I wasn't stressed because I know that they have a plan in place for everything, so I'm not too concerned about that. But at the same time, man, after the way this season has gone, man, the big question is, man, how does this affect Prime? So I know you know the people there and you've chopped it up. What do you think this means for Colorado going forward?
Just some new leadership. Not even, and I think that Rick George isn't going away. He's going to still be around, but I do think there's going to be another day-to-day guy. But I'm pretty sure I would be willing to bet that the new AD will have a football focus as well. How can you not focus on football in Colorado, right? You look at because somebody has to provide the money, even in revenue share. And when you look at the pie chart for where the money in the athletic department comes in, I'm pretty sure the greenest and the most expansive area is football. So 100%. I think they'll be fine. I think and that's any big time school, right? Outside of basketball, blue bloods who play some football on the side. I mean, you can see Kansas, right? But so schools like that where football will kind of always be a basketball school, right? But outside of that, football is going to reign supreme when it comes to rev share. And I think the AD choice will reflect that as far as their focus. I didn't know how deeply involved Rick George was in the program. Bill McCartney in the late 80s, as far as him being in a recruiting department and working his way up into the roles that he was able to get into. So Rick George is a football guy. Coach Prime was a football hire. So I think you'll see that same. I think you'll see that same strategy. Your AD will have to have a football focus, and you can't apply for this job if you don't like what's going on with Coach Prime. That's your guy. Exactly. You're married to him at this point, right?
Yeah, especially with the extension that he just got recently. That's a pretty big that's a big chunk. I mean, Prime is making 10 a year. That's in the buyouts probably at least in the 30s, not 50.
That's not the first thing you want to do. So, I think it'll work out well. I just don't see you going to get an AD who's not at least a fan of Coach Prime's work, if not the man.
That's a fair point. And like you said, the focal point on football, like with him, he said he's gonna be a special advisor or whatnot, and that is, like I said, that's the need. You bring in Prime and you see a massive influx in the economy in the entire area. You see a massive influx of eyeballs as well as fan participation. The team's 3-7, and this game's going to be sold out and packed again. Like the fans are rallying around Prime, and Prime said, "Just give me a chance, and I'll show you." You gave him the chance the first time; he was able to get you a winning season, going 9-4. Now he needs it one more time. Let him continue to rebuild on a consistent basis and get a rhythm, especially in this new era of college football civilization. Things are different. It's not right. Even we know you need to recruit more in high school, but there's so much more that you have to do, especially managing a transfer portal and stuff, and having someone like A.D. George out there. I think Rick George can probably help to build the right front office and also focus on the fundraising aspect, the NIL side of it, and really advise that that's what's going to determine a lot for Colorado going forward.
Yeah.
Need to get that NIL going. I know there's bread out there. There's bread in Boulder.
No,
money.
Sure.
There's money out there. You got to go tap into it. So since we don't expect no one to really leave, well, I expect Prime to really change up on the staff or whatnot. Rick George, he's on the college football playoff committee right now, right?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I think they wanted him on there.
Right.
Let me see. I think he was supposed to go in. He is on the selection committee.
Oh, wow.
He's on the selection committee. I thought so. I thought he was on the committee. I couldn't remember. I knew he was at one point, at least in 2022. So if that's the case, I wonder if they're going to try to find a way to bring him back into that. Because to me, it makes more sense to have people that aren't head coach or aren't on staff somewhere, like actual current ADs, more so have advisor type people. Because, I mean, there's going to be bias, but at the same time, not someone sitting in their current job. I think that helps even take away from how fans view it as, I guess you could say, quote unquote, not fair or the biases behind it. But yeah, man, that's some big changes.
Right.
That's huge. That's how Baylor just their AD he was on leave and now he's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes you wonder about some of these jobs that are going to be changing or whatnot. And I wonder if Prime even goes after some of these old coaches that, bring them in on his staff.
Yeah.
Would it hurt?
Yeah, man, I would definitely say I can confirm you will see some changes on that coaching staff. I talked to some guys in the building, and there's gonna be some changes for sure. Now, who, what, when, where, have no idea, but I do know there will be some, and it happens everywhere every year, right?
Yeah.
And Coach Prime did it last year, coming off of 9 wins. He changed things around last year. So what makes you think he won't do it this year? Like he's coming off a 9-win season, you still make moves to try to get better. All right. So now you got to do that same thing again. And I'm just excited to see because I do think it's going to be some. I think he's going to bring some college guys in. Some guys. I think that's what I'm thinking. There maybe a couple. You're going to see a good mix. They're going to mix it up. Trust me.
Makes sense.
I'm willing. I'm willing to bet. I would bet a lot on the fact that they bring some more college guys in as well. They're gonna mix it up this year. I believe so.
All right.
That's me. That's me betting.
That's you. That's your bet.
Yeah, that's me going off what I hear, reading the tea leaves. Yeah, you're gonna see a different mix of guys this year, and I think it could work super well because when you have the NFL experience that Colorado has, and you mix it with the communication skills of college guys who've been doing it and the recruiting skills, you mix those together where you can say, all right, we got you from here all the way up to here. And you've got guys who've done it in college there. Right. But I think just on the field is good. And the communication and making sure the message gets home, that's important. And also creating leaders at a younger age. A lot of the NFL guys, everybody's already grown, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's already, it is what it is. You've already made it through college. And now you got to get, and you're dealing with guys fresh out of high school, 18-year-old emotions, 18-year-old
I know everything. Yeah.
immaturity. It's a
Yeah.
lot. So you got to be able to communicate. And I think I think this staff ain't a bad staff. Like you got guys who have that type of experience, but I think you may see it even shake up even a little bit more, where it'll be. I'm thinking the mix will look different next year for sure.
No, that makes sense. You need more guys that are that's really focused on the development side of things that can help grow those players and get the most out of them going forward. So no, that makes sense. I'm excited to see what they put together and how they actually make this happen. So you think you know ball? You think you know more than the people out here in these streets? Then hey, prove that you know it by checking out Sleeper, one of the best daily fantasy sports options out there in the game. They got all the best options and they got the best games out there. All you got to do is pick 2 or more players, pick more or less on the stats, and boom, you turn your game days into paydays. And they're hooking up all of our viewers out here. Use our promo code PRIMETIME. First off, it's going to be $20 just for signing up. You ain't even got a deposit. But if you decide that you want to jump into the game for real and show your skills, show that you know ball knowledge, use the promo code PRIMETIME. They're going to match your deposit at 100% up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. All right, we talking ball. Dukes and Jay, we got the college football playoffs. I want to look at the actual bracket. Plus, we got a coach situation that's going to be intriguing. So let's take a look at this bracket, though. This was the latest one that dropped early on Tuesday night. And I'm still wondering about the love affair with Notre Dame. Like, I get their losses were to number 13 and number 3 by a combined 4 points. Totally get that. Where's the big win that we are used to seeing out of a team like that? So when you got your first gander at this, man, and Arizona State being number 25, which probably can help Colorado if they can get themselves a W, though. But what you think in your first look at the rankings and pondering it, how you think they did this time around?
The first thing that struck me was Texas Tech being 5. Texas Tech is 5. The power of the portal.
Boy.
Man, you know,
and
they
that oil
about,
money.
Man, they talk about the power of the P, power of the portal. Hey, it's crazy to be a top 5 team. I mean, they can damn near lose and still get to the playoffs, right? It's
yep.
They've done a phenomenal job down there, man. So yeah, just seeing them being speaking on them in the same breath that you do Georgia, that's big for the Big 12 as well. Not just a Big 12 champion, but a team that would get in as an at-large right now is what I think says a lot about where the conference is going. But also, I think Notre Dame can't do no wrong. Like every year, they're going to lose a game that they shouldn't have. Everybody will forget. I tell you what, they know how to lose at the right time.
Oh, they lose early.
Right.
And that's it.
Yep.
I was thinking about the Northern Illinois game, and it's like they lose that game, and here they go, right here.
Yeah, man. When they come to the playoffs, ND Stanford never doubted. They get the benefit of the doubt every time. Yep. Notre Dame is good. Yep, they should be there. Vandy at 14. We'll see how that shakes out. I think Diego Pavia is a larger-than-life personality and ball player. I would love to see him in a playoff atmosphere, and I think you will. When you look at the teams that are left, I mean, so the top 10 teams here get in, and I believe let's say,
and it'll be you got to have 5 conference champions. So.
Okay.
Since the ACC doesn't have anybody in the top 12, they'll take the 11th spot, and then the G5 team will take the 12th spot. So right now, BYU and Utah are your first 2 out.
Yep, right now that's how it looks.
Yeah, and if everything plays out the way it looks, you'll have Tech playing BYU in the conference championship.
Yep.
So I'm looking at all of this, and I'm being honest. So Ohio State's going to play Indiana for the Big Ten championship. The only change between those two should be who's 1 and who's 2 if they do it right.
Right.
A&M's most likely playing Alabama in the conference championship because if A&M wins out and Bama wins out, they will play each other. Because Bama has the tiebreaker over Georgia and they have the winning percentage tiebreaker over Ole Miss.
Okay.
Then, so Oregon's chilling, Oklahoma's chilling, Notre Dame's chilling, Tech and BYU. That to me is the most consequential. If Tech loses to BYU, it makes me and Bama loses to A&M. That makes me feel like Bama gets knocked out of the conference, gets knocked out of the playoffs. If Bama wins and BYU also wins, truth be told, it feels like Notre Dame gets dropped.
Yeah.
That's going to be wild.
Yeah, it is, man. That Iron Bowl is going to be so juiced up with Alabama having this season on the line. Already will be fighting to get a chance to get bowl eligible and a chance for a winning season. Yeah, and they moved at the night game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those like spooky Jordan Hare type, watch something wacky happen type games.
Yep, it is. And the other reason why we see that leads us right into the last thing. Kalen DeBoer. Is this man leaving? This is why I asked that question, dog. This popped up today this is from Touchdown Alabama Mag.
Yep.
Kalen DeBoer has emerged as the top target in Penn State's coaching search. Dukes, do you really think this man's going to lead that place?
I can see him. I can see. Man, that's a tough place to coach, right? You got a tough schedule every year. You probably play in the most intense rivalry in the country, barring Ohio State, Michigan, and a Red River rivalry.
Oklahoma, Texas, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're right there in it. And it just depends on how you look at it. Is it do you look at that as pressure or do you look at that as an opportunity? I think if he looks at it as pressure, then you probably do go to Penn State. But if he looks at all of that as an opportunity, I think he stays at Bama.
Yeah, I could see that. But that's wild. The fact that this is coming out now, and then you said the night game there against Auburn coming up, I would not have guessed that in this situation we would have a conversation about Kalen DeBoer going somewhere else. Because right now, the conversation in coaching right now is Lane Kiffin to wherever the hell he's going to end up. Right now, it's LSU. The other day it was Florida. He posted a picture on social media being a butt cheek like he always is. He's going to go to SMU because he's at SMU. It's just all over the place, dog. Like, I don't know. I believe if Lane ends up anywhere, he ends up at Florida. But I'm curious, though, if DeBoer does go to Penn State, would Alabama take a shot at him?
Man, what? Absolutely.
Whew.
Absolutely. I mean, because after you got Kalen DeBoer, who else do you get? We just went through this. Dan Lanning said no.
Yep. He's already said once.
Now, I'll tell you who Bama goes to get. Probably. They go throw the book at Seaton.
Man, that's a tough one, too. Especially at Sig's age. He's,
right.
62?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you want to tie yourself up to another old person like that?
Man, hey, Sig, like he got a strong 8 to 10 in him, dog.
I mean, that's
winning
fair.
Football. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What about going after Kenny Dillingham?
I don't know.
He's not fit?
I don't know. Not for Bama. Bama, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Not Dillingham. I think Landon is a Bama type coach. Of course, Kirby is a Bama type coach. I think Sig gives you some of that what Nick Saban gave you when he was at Michigan State before he went to LSU. Some of that Big Ten guy with the juice. I think Sig gives you that. I think it's Lane. Shoot, man, that's really it, dog. Then you got to get Lane. Now they'll come up with something, but I just don't see how do you get better than Bama? You know,
right? That's where
LSU maybe. I mean Georgia now. You know what I mean? It's been built up. You know, and now that job is even more attractive because you separated yourself from Nick Saban for at least a little while. So you don't have the same issues that Kalen DeBoer had on day one. So we'll see, man. I think he could entertain that because I heard Penn State got a really nice endowment recently. So we'll see.
Now
we'll see.
that would make sense because I feel like he would fit Penn State.
Yeah, I can see
in
that.
a way.
Right.
Like it makes me think about him in like Washington. I think that it feels like he would fit what they're trying to do and just how they play ball.
Yeah,
he feels like their type of personality.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that.
But man, that would be wild. That I would. Now, who was that? I gotta look real quick now. Who was they had a coach that has left before. Dennis Franchione.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he bounced. He goes 10-3 and he's like, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
He rolls out and goes to what, A&M? No, he goes to A&M right after that.
Yeah.
To go 4-8. How you go 10-3 and say, I'm good? I mean, I know Bama's a tough job. I've talked to people about it. It's a tough job, tough environment, tough people to deal with. So, I don't know, man.
Is it pressure or an opportunity?
There's got to be the pressure, man. It's got to be the pressure. They got to be putting people's feet to the fire. The question though is, who's Auburn snatching up?
I think it's John Summerall's job at this point.
Really? You don't think Durkin's got a chance to win it?
I'm not even sure if he wants it.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. You hear
so many. Feel like
rumors.
He has a lot of energy behind wanting to take it, or
I don't know. It may be the path of least resistance. I know he got an interview, and so if he's not selected, I think he stays on as D coordinator regardless. I believe he becomes the highest paid coordinator in the country at Auburn. To be honest, and he goes over $3 million. He's at 2.5 now. I think he goes over $3 million, well over 3. So, yeah, I think Summerall and Dirk right now. You find somebody with the offense, man. That's going to be a motivated team.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I can see that. Man, that's wild. Cool. All right. Well, thank y'all for, of course, pulling up and joining Dukes and Jay. Ball Talk. Go check out Dukes the Scoop. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss his videos. Follow me over at the Prime Time for College Football. And we'll keep this, like I said, we'll keep this going. And hop in the comments and let us know what other topics y'all want us to hop on. We'll make the magic happen for you. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Chop it up soon.